Rinkside Olympic season starts right now.
Rinkside Olympic season, episode 4. It does start right now. Thanks to some of the Team USA pair skaters at NHK Trophy. We're going to break down all of the action in this episode from Osaka. Hi everyone, I'm Nick McCarvel. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you've been with us for all 4 episodes, we're so happy to have you as we're bringing you the biggest figure skating storylines this international season, all in the lead up to the Olympics in February. The skaters are trying to take that step-by-step journey to the Grand Prix final, which is next month. Some more spots booked this past weekend in Osaka. We're going to bring you all of that. We're also going to bring you an exclusive interview. We do that every single week right here on Rinkside. And this week it is this duo, Christina Carreira and Anthony Ponomarenko, 5th place at the World Championships last year. Look at that, a couple of US silver medals to their name. And we're going to catch up with Christina and Anthony, who are due this coming weekend in Lake Placid for Saatva Skate America. Now, let's get stuck into my top 3 moments from NHK Trophy, and we've got to start with the former world champion. She's got an Olympic medal to her name. She's got 3 world titles. She's also got 150 points in the free skate. Kaori Sakamoto wins a 4th NHK Trophy in what she says is going to be her final season. She is looking for a spot at the Grand Prix final. That feels pretty good, doesn't it, Kaori? You're going to see more of her skate later in the show. Man, I love Sakamoto. I also love this duo, this sight to see Maya and Alex Shibutani. The American ice dance duo had not competed in over 7 years. No, I didn't stutter there. 7 years since Pyeongchang in 2018 when they won the bronze medal in the ice dance event. The comeback for the Shibutanis, maybe not the scores they wanted, but the feelings, the emotions. Look at Maya after the rhythm dance. You're going to see more from them. You're also going to see more from Shun Sato this season. He booked a place in the Grand Prix final by finishing runner-up to his compatriot. This man, Yuma Kageyama, the 4-time world medalist, falling down after the free skate. Kageyama claims a 3rd consecutive NHK Trophy, but only by 1.53 points. Look at that catch too. Kageyama so locked in, he's catching bouquets of flowers from the fans. He goes 1, his Japanese compatriot Shun Sato goes 2. Now, NHK Trophy in Osaka, that was your 4th Grand Prix of the season. Coming up this weekend, Herbrooks Arena, the historic location for Lake Placid and Saatva Skate America. You're going to see some of the biggest American stars there, including Alyssa Liu and Jason Brown are going to be in action. This is all leading, guys. The skaters are trying to qualify for that Grand Prix final. There you can see it on December 4th to 7th. We'll give you qualification scenarios. We'll do breakdowns for you. All of that to come here on Rinkside. We're also going to show you that these skaters, they're making a little cash, aren't they? At the Grand Prix, $18,000 for first place. You can see as they go at the Grand Prix. And then at the Grand Prix final, they're going to earn a little bit more money. Much deserved for the skaters who are doing year-round work to put themselves at the top of the international charts. Now, NHK Trophy, yes, that was the action in Osaka. One of the Americans in action was Andrew Torgashev. We've got this fun video of Andrew and Ilia Malinin. If you're a skating fan, if you're a skater, you know boots are very particular. Watch these two. They're going to trade boots. Take it away, guys.
He's on you, bro.
It's a drag race.
Lighter. They are lighter. You'll probably feel it.
Nice.
Oh,
dude. Come on, triple. No way. Stop. No. Oh, that's the landing. That's the landing right there.
Yeah, that's right.
New boots, new blades, and you just did single axle, double axle, triple axle. Like.
Great to see Ilia and Andrew. Guys, Ilia Malinin feels like he can do anything. Speaking of the men, let's get into the action in Osaka at NHK Trophy, where we saw actually two of Ilia's biggest rivals in Yuma Kageyama and Shun Sato. They go 1-2, and look at how tight that finish was for Kageyama winning by just 1.53 points. The Japanese go 1-2 in front of their home crowd. Lukas Brycki, the Swiss skater, collects the bronze medal. Now you go down for the Americans. There's Andrew Torgashev. We just saw him on the ice with Ilia, taking 9th place. That will impact the Olympic race for that 3rd spot among the American men, as he just edges out Jimmy Ma, who finished in 10th. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. We got to start with Yuma Kageyama. He was brilliant. The Olympic medalist at Beijing in 2022. He's got multiple world medals to his name. Starts off here with a huge quad Saukow. Now there was an error in this free skate. It came right here. The quad toe, you can see, loses the access there a little bit and his balance in the air, but then he really rallied. This is a free skate that is just beautiful, choreographed by Carolina Costner, the Italian, who he's brought on as his coach the last couple years, as well as Lori Nickel. And Yuma Kageyama, you can see the way that he's connecting with the crowd in this free skate, eating up those points. He's another one of these skaters that connects the technical side of things with the artistry, finishing here, and he needed every one of these points. There's a fall. That one's on purpose, as he soaks in the atmosphere in Osaka, thanks the crowd, and wins by just 1.5 points. Kageyama, Olympic medal to his name. He wants another one in Milano. 3-time world silver medalist, 4 times he's won a medal at the World Championships, including 2025. He was the bronze medalist. We're next going to see him in Finland. He's still trying to book his place in the Grand Prix final next month. Guess who is going to the Grand Prix final? It is this man in Shun Sato. A little fist bump from the coach as he heads out onto the ice. Shun Sato was just behind Kageyama heading into the free skate, and he opens with a huge quad lutz of his own. We saw him open his season with a win at Cup of China. Nice quad toe here. Coach is happy. This is good stuff from Shun Sato as well. He has really shown up in his consistency. Look at the way the crowd's reacting to him. As I mentioned, he wins in China. He goes silver here. That means he's going to the Grand Prix final. We'll show you those standings in just a minute. He is pushing for an Olympic spot on that Japanese team. It's so tough. The men and women, they're so strong, so deep in Japan. Shun Sato, one of the top skaters in the world, proving it this weekend in Osaka. We saw Andrew Torgashev just a minute ago. Let's look at him on the ice. The American. We saw some of his most beautiful skating at the World Championships last year, the short program. He showed us what he's capable of. He is the reigning American silver medalist as he opens there with the quad toe. This is a Shaolin-born free skate for Torgashev as he goes down on this quad attempt, and then did have a couple other errors. Pops the triple axel here. But overall, this is a skater that we know, again, can combine that artistry with the technical side of things, and he is in that American race among the guys to try to get to Milano Cortina. So I've been talking to you about the Grand Prix final. Let's check in on the standings. Shun Sato, he punches his ticket. He's going to join Ilia Malinin. You can see Brycki probably out at this point, but once you go down to a skater like Kageyama in 6th place, all of those skaters, Sauhim Fa, Grassel, Shidorov, they're all going to compete more this season. They've all got a chance to punch their ticket to Nagoya. So who can you watch this weekend at Saatva Skate America? Jason Brown, we haven't seen him yet on the Grand Prix series this season. He's in action. Liam Kapakis, the other American, Daniel Grassel will be there trying to book that Grand Prix final spot. Kevin Amos, I should say. Mikhail Shidorov, the reigning silver medalist at Worlds, he'll be there as well. Here's how you can tune into the action on NBC and on Peacock. So the Japanese men go 1-2. What about on the women's side? We're home hope Kaori Sakamoto. We already talked about her at the top of the show. We got to talk about her more. This is the final season of her career, and she comes out with a 27-point margin in this win. The Olympic medalist, the 3-time world champion Sakamoto, 227.18. That's the biggest score on the women's side this season, taking out Sofia Samodalkina, the Kazakh, who is making her senior Grand Prix debut. Hits 200 on the head. Great to see Luna Hendricks back after her foot surgery earlier this year. Great performance also from Young Yu. What about on the American front? Sarah Everhart going back-to-back from Skate Canada, goes from Saskatoon to Osaka. I don't think that's a direct flight. She takes 5th place, and Elise Lynn Gracie, she finishes in 10th. Let's get into more of Sakamoto. She is just a legend. Here in Japan, look at the encouragement coach. She is a legend in this sport. 26 years young, performing this Edith Piaf medley in her free skate. It was choreographed by Marie-France Dubray. She opens with this beautiful double axel, and she is just coming into her own just when she wants to. Sakamoto, we showed you that 150 she's going to earn for this free skate earlier, but she said she only feels like there's room to improve, and she's got everything set on the Olympics. Wants to take it one step at a time. The triple flip into the triple toe. How do the coaches feel on the sideline? They're feeling pretty good. I love that. Such great stuff from Sakamoto. She grew up actually not far from Osaka, and you can see she said she had a lot of friends and family. The shot doesn't get old. The 150 in the free, the 227 overall. Big smile for Kaori Sakamoto. We're going to see her at the Grand Prix final. She's going to have another chance to perform in front of those Japanese fans. She's the reigning silver medalist behind Alyssa Liu at the World Championships. She's on a mission for that Olympic podium. Do not sleep on Saatva. Let's check in on 18-year-old Sofia Samodalkina. Now, earlier this year, she made a big move from Kazakhstan. She heads to Southern California to train with the legendary coach in Rafael Aratunian, and he helped her work on this sort of stuff. Her jump, she had big quads as a junior, but there the triple Lutz into the Euler and then the triple Salchow. Samodalkina really showing that she can skate with the women out on the senior Grand Prix. A lot of emotion in this one for the teenager. Just a few months ago, making that big move to Southern California. How does it feel? There's Raf in the kiss and cry. These are the moments we love, don't we? Seeing the reaction from a young athlete. She earns the silver medal from one 18-year-old to the other. Let's go to Sarah Everhart, the American. And I mentioned it's not easy to go from Saskatoon to Osaka. It's not easy to skate back-to-back weeks. She was 7th at the Skate Canada International. There's the triple loop into the triple toe. Some of the nice choreography from Sarah Everhart, showing some of what she's made of, some of the metal to get from one Grand Prix to the next. She's chasing one of those 3 American spots among the women for the Olympics. Yes, we love it. Good stuff from Everhart, who finishes in 5th place, up from that 7th at Skate Canada. She is the reigning U.S. bronze medalist, factoring into that Olympic conversation. What about the conversation for the Grand Prix final? Sakamoto, I told you, she's booked. She's headed to Nagoya next month. We believe that Ami Nakai will join her there. Isabel Levito, that's going to be a tough sell for her. But once you get down to look at Monet Chiba, Amber Glenn, Alyssa Liu, they've all got to compete again. That means that they're going to try to bump up and try to get up with Sakamoto and head to the Grand Prix final next month. Who's going to be at Skate America this weekend? Alyssa Liu, looking for that spot at the Grand Prix final. Star Andrews in action, Josephine Lee, Rinko Watanabe, also Wakaba Higuchi, another Japanese skater that will be in action in Lake Placid. Here's how you watch the ladies this weekend. Each week here on Rinkside, we bring you exclusive interviews. This week, we were so excited to be joined by Christina Carreira and Anthony Ponomarenko. They have won several medals at the U.S. Championships. They're also 5th at Worlds last year. Christina, Anthony, welcome. You guys are headed to Lake Placid this weekend for Saatva Skate America. But Christina, you and I were talking off mic. You guys kind of have history in Lake Placid. Is that right?
Yeah, that's where we met. We were both competing against one another. And after that, like, our mom would keep up with each other's results. And I feel like we both kind of knew we would, like, partner up later on.
I love it. Too much. All right, guys, we've got some good social media stuff here. Anthony, we're going to start with you. And can you tell us about this photo here? Who do we have?
Those are my parents, Sergey Ponomarenko and Marina Klimova. That's a photo from the '92 games where they won the gold. And just funny enough, I actually went and watched that performance last night. I was kind of in a rabbit hole. I was down a rabbit hole of figure skating, watching previous Olympics and Worlds, and I decided to watch that performance. So it's pretty cool to see that photo a day after kind of going back and watching it.
Okay, so speaking of some history, we will connect you obviously with your parents, Anthony. Tell us about growing up with Olympic champion parents. And guys, I think we've got some throwback photos here of Anthony as well. Christina, have you seen these before? That's the question.
Oh yeah, I have. He has white skates in that picture, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. I do, yeah.
Are you Batman there or Spider-Man?
I'm Spider-Man.
Amazing. Good stuff. Okay, so we talk about you guys meeting, over 10 years ago at Lake Placid. Let's roll through some of the photos from your career over the years. You guys have been together now for over a decade. Christina, what was it like when you first paired up? Because obviously you guys were just getting to know each other. It was probably an awkward point in your life as teenagers, but over the years you've developed such an incredible relationship, haven't you?
Yeah. When we first met, we were the youngest at the rink, so we kind of hung out together sort of by default, I feel. But we would go play laser tag on the weekend. We'd go to movies. We'd go to dinner. Like, it was just super fun. So we became really close friends. And then we partnered up. And then I feel like our partnership just evolved through the years. We sort of grew up without our parents because they didn't live with us. So I feel like it created a really strong bond between us.
Nice. Okay, we saw one of those photos was from the 2015 U.S. Championships. That was your first nationals together. Let's roll the tape of you guys. Anthony, what program is this?
So this is to the soundtrack of a movie called Micmacs. We were toys that came to life. Look
at this choreo goals.
Major throwback, but some really special moments. And honestly, thinking back, I think this year in particular is a very memorable one. Our first year together, like, there's a lot of nostalgia to it.
Christina, what do you think? These costumes, by the way, are iconic.
I remember I loved that dress because we were kind of like,
it's great.
Broken dolls was like the idea. I love that program.
But let's go to last season. And Christina, this is in your free dance, and there was a moment where your skate comes onto the boards. But tell us, at Worlds, you had to be careful not to hit your blade onto the boards. Yes. Is that right? Tell us that story.
Well, kicking the board was like, I don't know, it didn't start out that way. And then I think one day I kind of did it by accident at the rink. And the coaches were like, wait, this is actually like, you need to keep doing that. But then at Worlds, we were training for it in Montreal, and Patch was telling us, like, it's going to be LED lights. You can't hit the boards. And I was like, oh, really? Like, people love it. And he was like, well, you break it, you pay it. And so we had to take it out, unfortunately.
Well, guys, we're wishing you the best of luck at Skate America this weekend. Christina Carreira and Anthony Ponomarenko, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to catch up with Christina and Anthony. They're in action this weekend at Skate America. The U.S. ice dance team, so strong, led by Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, the three-time and reigning world champions. And it's gotten even deeper this season with the return of the ShibSibs. We talked about them at the top of the show. They come back after being away. This is unheard of, guys, not only in figure skating, but really in sports. 7 years away, the ShibSibs coming back. They said they're going to look at all their levels from this past weekend. Finlandia Trophy is the place we see them next. Let's dig into deeper among the ice dance competition where Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson, the British duo, they win with a 2:05.88. Charlene Guinard and Marco Fabbri, the former world medalist from Italy, home Olympics for them. They had some struggles earlier this season, were off the podium at Grand Prix de France. They earned the silver. A big bronze medal for Carolyn Green and Michael Parsons. I'll talk about that more for the Americans. What about for the other Americans? ShibSibs, 6th place. Wolf Kostin and Sarevsky, they earn 5th place, just ahead of Maya and Alex. Let's check out some of Lila and Lewis. They are fan favorites. This is their Highlands free dance, the Scottish theme you can see in the costumes. This opening rotational lift, really great stuff. This is the opening sequence in their free dance. They bring the audience right in. This is a team that's part of that Montreal training group, and they have really risen in the world rankings. The bronze medal at the World Championships last year. Look at this reaction. We love you too, Lila. And they take the win, a 7-point win over the Italians. They have been dominant, of course, on the British scene. They booked their place at the Grand Prix final, and they're looking for that Olympic podium as well. Now, silver medal for the Italians. We talked about that, but I want to dig deeper into this bronze medal performance for Carolyn Green and for Michael Parsons. Beautiful stuff here to open their free dance. Now remember, this team had to withdraw midway through Cup of China because Michael fell in the rhythm dance. They went out for the ice for the 6-minute warm-up in the free dance and then opted out. This was a big weekend for them. Caroline there just saving the Twizzles in this sequence. But because it's the Olympic season, everything matters for Team USA. It's a body of work. Look at the straight line lift. That's beautiful. So they needed to bounce back after that Cup of China withdrawal. They come here in this beautiful free dance. They helped choreograph parts of that. The reigning American bronze medalist. They've earned a silver previously at the US Championships. So they bounce back from Cup of China and they earn a third career bronze medal on the Grand Prix. Let's check in on those Grand Prix final standings. Lila and Lewis, that ticket is punched. Guinard Fabbri, it's going to be tough for them to make it. They're in 3rd place right now, but below Fournier, Boudry, Cicerone, all the way down, all those teams, they're going to compete again. Chalk and Bates, they're going to be in action this weekend. That's the race to Nagoya, who is going to be at the ice dance this weekend. We talked to Christina and Anthony. There's Maddie and Evan. You've got the Browns in Una and Gage, and the French duo and Lapareva and Brousseau. They will all be in action. Saatva Skate America, the historic Lake Placid, will host it this weekend. Here's how you can tune in. Well, we've got one more discipline to visit at NHK Trophy, and it is the pairs. Last but not least, we saw a great competition, actually a really close competition, as the Italians, Sarah Conti and Niccolo Machi, they're able to win by just 1.3 points over Maria Pavlova and Alexis Fiatchenko. The Hungarians showing some of their best skating out there. Sui Wenjing and Han Sang coming back, the Olympic champions, 3rd at Cup of China. They struggled in the free skate, 3rd place here. What about in the American race, Elisa Efimova and Misha Mitrofanov? Right here, they were with us last week on Rinkside. They edge out their training mates in Boston, Emily Chan and Spencer Howe. Let's start with the Italians, Conti and Machi. They trailed after the short program. This is the free skate for them, a lot of emotion in this program as well. They skate with a lot of fire out there. Here's the side-by-side triple toe loops into not one, you guys, but 2 double axels. The sequence, look at the synchronicity too. Now, there was a fall on the throw triple loop. Here it is. Sarah just cannot get that blade cleanly under her. But this team, they are such fighters. Look at the emotion there as they push through this program. They said it's going to be a gift for them to skate at home at the Olympics. They're 2-time and reigning world bronze medalists. They're the they're the Italian champions, and they're hoping to make it to the Olympics. Imagine that, a home Olympics for the 2 of them. Nicolo said he is just about a 15-minute drive, his house, from the arena in Milan. That's amazing. Let's look at the Americans as Efimova and Mitrofanov. The free skate for the Americans. A couple of struggles on the jumps. Here we go. Double the sow cow. Now there are supposed to be 2 double axels here after. You can see Alyssa really fighting to stay up there. They forego. How about this one on the entrance to the throw triple loop? This is homage to the 2-time Olympic champion Sergei Grinkov and Ekaterina Gordieva. Beautiful stuff there. The Renee Roca program. A love story, these two. They've got to feel pretty good about that 5th place finish. For the Americans based in Boston, they're going to look to go even stronger at Finlandia Trophy, which is not this coming weekend, but the week after. And remember, they told us they're going to head right to Finland from Japan. Here's a check-in on your Grand Prix final. Conti Machi, you'll see them. Deanna Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps, we'll see them as well. But once you get to Riku Mira and Ryuichi Kihara and below, all those teams, they're still trying to book a spot at the Grand Prix final. Who's going to be among the competitors in pairs at Skate America? There will be the Japanese and Mira Kihara, Audrey Shin and Balaj Naji. They lead the American contingent this weekend in Lake Placid. Here's how you can tune in. Huge weekend of skating at NHK Trophy in Osaka. We head to Lake Placid this weekend. Now, we can't do this show without you guys. You've got to be following along on US Figure Skating. Here's this week's You Be the Judge. What is your favorite Team USA moment from the first half of the Grand Prix? There's your options. And you guys, you already weighed in across social media. Ilia Malinin, 48% of you. That record-breaking free skate at Skate Canada, the biggest score ever. How about Amber Glenn and Alyssa Liu going 1-2 at Cup of China? There's going to be more American moments across the Grand Prix this season. 2 more events to go before the final. Now, if you're just getting into figure skating, we're teaching you each week more about the sport with our Skating 101. Last week, we talked all about the technical side of scoring. Let's give you a little more insight as to how the judges break down the scores. Here it is.
Welcome back to another episode of Skating 101. Last week, we went over part 1 of the scoring system, the technical score. Now, let's go over part 2, component scores. Component scores are made up of many things, like skating skills, transitions, unity, interpretation of the music, and timing. In simple terms, it's basically scoring of the artistic parts of a program. All 9 judges give scores for 3 categories: composition, presentation, and skating skills, on a scale of 0.25 to 10. And if you couldn't tell by now, this is a really good score. The average of those 3 scores are added together and multiplied by the predetermined factor score, arriving at the final component score. The component score is then added to the technical score, and at last, we arrive at the final score of the program. And that's it for Skating 101. See you next week!
All right, the more you know, thanks to our friends at Skating 101. This weekend, we've been talking about it all show long. We head to Skate America Saatva. Skate America in historic Lake Placid. Some of the top Americans will be in action. Maddie Chalk, Evan Bates, Alyssa Liu, Jason Brown, taking on some of the best figure skaters in the world. Here's how you can tune in on Peacock and NBC Sports. We're in the midst of the Grand Prix. We're trying to get to the Grand Prix final. This is the Olympic season. And hey guys, don't be shy. If you see me in Lake Placid, I will be there. I can't wait for it. Say hello. And we say thanks for watching on episode 4 of Rinkside. I'm Nick McCarvel for our whole team. We'll see you right back here next week. But for now, it is farewell.